Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If today is your first time here, my name is Neye. In today's video, let's talk about how to explain your proof of funds. Yes, we've done a first video on how to calculate your funds properly for your study permit application. But today, I'm going to go further to tell you how to explain the funds you have in your account, and not just showing the funds, but explaining extensively how that funds came about and how you got it. So guys, before we start, please subscribe, like, and share this video. Thank you very much. Okay, how do you explain your funds? Remember, I told you in that video, it is not about showing that you have 5 million naira in your account. It is not about showing that you have 20 million naira in your account or $20,000. It is about showing how that money came about. It's about explaining the steps and how that money got to that account. Okay, now, if you are a government worker or a civil servant in the government and your monthly income from your job is 700,000, I'm using naira, okay? I'll use naira here. If your monthly income is 700,000 naira as a civil servant with the government, and you've worked for only 5 years, now tell me, 700,000 naira times 12 months in 5 years, how much is it? Now, do you think with that salary in 5 years, have you been able to get 50 million naira? The answer is no. So, you cannot show in your account, in your statement of account, that you have 50 million naira as a government worker earning 700,000 naira and you've worked for only 5 months. No, it is not that way. Now, when you show that statement of account with your records as a government worker that have worked for 5 years, the visa officer would calculate your actual annual income, and then he will think in his or her mind, and say, okay, why is this person showing me 50 million naira? Does he not eat? Does he not have other expenses? How was he able to get this 50 million? So whatever you're showing in your account as the funds you have for your study, or even if it is a visiting visa, whatever you have in your account should correspond to your income. Now, if you are using a sponsor and your sponsor is your mom, your father, your sibling, or a third party, your uncles and aunties, your sponsor will also show their statement of accounts and what they do for a living. Now, if your sponsor is a business person and this business is just 2 years, this business generates $20,000 in 1 year, and the business is just 2 years, okay? But you're showing that your sponsor has about $60,000 in their account. How did they get this money? When the business is showing that they're getting $20,000 for 1 year annually, the business is just 2 years old. So where is $50,000 coming from? This is what they check. So when you're dumping 50 million naira in your account, dumping large sums in your account, know that you must explain how this money came. Good. Some people invested their money in other things. Some people invest in crypto. Some people invested in some other investments, and they were able to double their money or anything. Whatever means you used to get that money must be explained extensively. The next thing is, if you're going for a 2 years program, you just have to focus on your 1 year funds. Focus on showing what you have for that 1 year. Your tuition for 1 year, your living expenses for 1 year, and your miscellaneous. The second year's fees, you would explain extensively how you intend to get that money. Now, avoid telling the visa officer that you intend working inside Canada. Avoid it. If you do that, your visa will be denied. Don't say that. If you have a business back home in your country, if you have a sponsor and they have an active business or a good job, which is where they got the money for the sponsorship, you can still say that your sponsor is going to take care of the second year school fees. The things I'm saying, note them down. Now, if your sponsor is going to sponsor you, make sure your sponsor have double of that same amount that he or she is giving you. The reason is this: if your sponsor doesn't have enough money in the account and they're giving you all they have for your studies, your visa officer will be wondering, how will this sponsor survive while you're studying? Why will this sponsor use everything he has or she has to sponsor you? Just that. Even if that sponsor is your mother, you get denied. Put this in mind and note it down. Now, if you're using a sponsor for your application, make sure you prove your relationship with that sponsor. How are you related? If that sponsor is your uncle, you must show who that uncle is related to, your mom or your dad. And then you're going to submit documents. Remember, whatever you're saying in your SOP, in your proof of fund explanation, make sure you have documents to prove all of them. Anything you say should have a document to back it up. Don't just say things without a backup. If you say anything, make sure you have a document to prove it. That is the only way you can convince your visa officer that this is true. Now, if you have a lump sum in your account, most people keep asking, what is lump sum? How do I explain this lump sum? Any money that comes to your account and it is more than your usual income. What I mean is this: your usual income is 700,000 naira per month as a government worker, and then suddenly you got a credit alert of 1 million naira or even 750,000 naira. It is a lump sum because 750 is not your usual income. Your usual income is 700,000 naira. So whatever that is more than the usual money you get on a monthly or weekly or annual is a lump sum, and you have to explain where that money came from, what it is for, the reason that money came, and you have a document to back it up. So explaining your proof of funds does not stop at putting money in your account. Explaining your proof of funds stops at telling your visa officer how you got that money and proving to that visa officer, this is how I got this money. If you don't do that, you have not explained anything and your visa will be denied. You wouldn't want that. So when you have 50 million, make sure you say, this is how I got it. This is where it is from. And these are documents I have to prove where this money came from. Okay. In the next video, I'm going to tell you and show you all the necessary documents you need to prove your relationship with your sponsor, all the documents you need to submit for your proof of funds. I'm going to tell you the length of the statement of account that you need for your proof of funds. Remember, your proof of funds does not stop at putting money in your account. It stops at proving how that money came. So guys, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. Even your friend needs to hear this. Very important. See you in the next video. Bye bye.